shack and then you get another job, you're in a house. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, homeless, 1-bedroom apartment, 3-bedroom apartment, house, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's not that. It's like, well, really, I mean, in the Bahamas, it really can't be no homelessness. Because everybody related to everybody. Ain't nobody going to leave you on the street.
Wow.
Like, my buddy, that's my cousin. But, hey, wait,
So,
no, come on now. You come over here. Now,
yeah.
there is this thing that I see growing in America now. Like, in Atlanta, I see a lot of people have roommates.
Yeah.
And, you know, I used to think, I'm like a grown man. How the fuck I'm a grown man or a grown woman have a roommate?
Finances.
But when you look at the economy, you look at, it's just to get by.
You know, I got an ex-roommate, just turned like, he's 43, you know, just getting married. You know, so, and we was roommates like 4 years ago. You know, 38, 39, and hey, just to get by, for real. That extra $300-400 that you saving,
yeah, just to get
gotta
by.
go to gas. That's it's messed up.
It's ridiculous, and then you wonder how, like, you know, we're talking about the urbanization and how the society plays a big role. But we adapt. We're adaptive. So even though we assume that we're living good and whatever, you're 35 years old with another motherfucker sitting in your next room, and you don't even understand the true meaning of personal space. Like, I've been on my own since I was 17.
Yeah.
And I've lived by myself since the age of 19. So I've always, you know, walk around.
You know, you just walking around shit just be dangling like, yeah.
I can't stand clothes.
you know.
So I cook titties. Like, oh shit.
You know, but you get somebody and then they bring their kid all over the house, cutting up the furniture with a box cutter. Yeah. Anyways,
But it's crazy. It's like, you know, we don't realize how impoverished we really are until we look at it from the eyes of somebody that have, or until we get, and then we like, damn, I can't believe I actually lived that way. But we do it just to get by, and it's crazy because society dictates how we
do you
react.
see a progression ever? I mean, gas prices going up, and now these states is trying to get it. You know what I'm saying? No matter what it is, fines for regular traffic violations is going up, and, you know, you got people trying to cut out overtime. You know what I'm saying? When people live off this overtime to make their money, you know, some people, let's say your yearly income is $45,000.
Yeah, I know. They got companies that's cutting out overtime, and they're telling you if you work a certain amount, or matter of fact, if them not meeting their quota, they're sending you home, so you might not make your 80 hours.
But check it. Let's say your income is $45,000, but let's say $8,000 out of that $45,000 came because you was hustling on the overtime.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But now you're only making $35 because they're cutting it out.
But the other part of that is, and we had a conversation with a senior officer the other day, and they were saying that you should not live above your means. So you shouldn't count overtime into your monthly expenses.
Okay. So how do you equate that with your regular pay and you having anything when everything else is going up? You need that overtime. I didn't ask for, you know what I'm saying, gas to be $4. Thanks, Bush. You know. I didn't ask for, you know what I'm saying, just like I say, you know.
Electricity is going up.
Taxes on everything. Electricity going up. They just passed a law in Georgia for them to add the tax percentage, you know what I'm saying, onto the. I'm like, fuck. Motherfucker need that overtime. So I can't get by just to get by.
So it's important that people donate. Because, no, seriously, because we can't provide you with quality entertainment and continue to bust our ass every day to make that paycheck and support support d-yale Radiocast, support ourselves,
Kids,
and support, support a community that needs this type of outlet to voice their opinions, to be heard, and to have exposure and have a different vehicle so that they too can get by. Because there's a lot of people that's dreams are getting crushed because they have to spend 50 to 60 hours a day, a week, just to get by, and they come home, and I'm not understanding why people want to throw D's on shit, but
you ain't got no house,
and
the phone off.
The other part of it is, what is the proper role of the government in this situation? Should the government be responsible, or should individuals be responsible? Now,
you gotta think, government making money.
From my perspective, I feel that every individual has the ability to assist themselves.
Yeah.
Now, there should be social programs available by the government, but there are I know of far too many people that take advantage of the system. And I get upset because I'm like, I can't take advantage of the system. Okay,
well, these people need to have a time frame. Let's say you're on welfare, whatever your situation might be, you're not working. Give them a time frame, just like with the homeless. Okay, we're going to give you a time frame. We're going to put you in this program, this time frame, whatever, 6 months, year, whatever it be. If you can't cut it,
I can't continue to stress the importance of this place called a library. Like, you should never say that you cannot do anything. If you know that you have specific talents, you should try to
hustle.
I mean, if you could draw, if you could sing, if you have a good math background, if you read well, you write well, go to the library. You might not have a college education, or you might not have a high school education. Well, you need a high school education at the least. Go to the library. There are textbooks, there are books, there are reference books. Go to the library and find out what's out there. Now, it may be a little harder for you because, you may not be computer literate.
Yeah.
But the ability to read and comprehend, man, once you start to process this information that you're getting, go ahead and read books that interest you, about things that interest you, that can benefit you socially.
It's not even reading what interests you. You might find something out like, damn, that's how I could have been did that. A business license is $120, but you want to buy some $150 Jordans?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make your own economy. If they're not going to give you the economy, you got to make your own.
Take it. But you got to understand the rules, and you got to understand the information that's out there, and start to assess it and see how you can benefit from it, and how it can benefit you. And that's why I say, I guess at this stage in my life where I have a little more, now I'm like, I'm not trying to give everybody back in the days when I had the card.
Oh, yeah.
I probably was like, yo, I can't get by. But you know what? It was because I didn't have the information. And once I obtained the information, I realized that there's so many things that I'm capable of, and I'm limited myself because society is telling me that I'm limited. It depends on your environment.
It depends on your environment. But
and your environment should encourage you.
That goes back to the show we had a couple of weeks ago about, communicating with people, and I guess doing the business show. You got to know your environment. If you want to make your little own money, you got to know, I can't go to the hood trying to, sell some Monavie juice.
Right.
So I got to know what my talent is. If I can draw, okay, I'm going to the hood.